What if I told you humans once drilled so deep into the earth that the ground itself fought back? Temperatures soared far beyond what experts predicted, causing high-tech machinery to buckle and fail under the pressure. This is the true story of the Kola Superdeep Borehole, the deepest hole ever carved into our planet. Back in 1970, Soviet scientists launched an ambitious project to pierce the Earth's mysterious outer crust. They were not hunting for oil, gold, or hidden treasure, but seeking the secrets of our world's foundation. For years, the drill bit ground relentlessly downward, pushing through layers of rock that had never seen light. They eventually reached a staggering depth of over 12 kilometers, a distance that defies human comprehension. To put that in perspective, that is significantly deeper than the height of Mount Everest, from base to peak. But here is the humbling reality check. The Earth is over 12,000 kilometers wide at its thickest point. This means our deepest efforts barely scratch the surface, reaching less than 0.2% of the way down. Imagine trying to understand an apple by barely nicking its skin without ever reaching the fruit inside. That is the scale of our ignorance regarding the vast, churning layers beneath our own feet. At the start, researchers were confident they understood the geology they would encounter as they descended. However, the deeper they pushed, the more the Earth defied their carefully calculated scientific models. They expected moderate heat, but instead, temperatures spiked to a blistering 180 degrees Celsius. This extreme thermal environment was far higher than any geological survey had ever dared to predict. The heat was so intense that it began to weaken the very steel of the heavy drilling equipment. Machines that were designed for extreme conditions started to malfunction as the metal softened under the load. This is where the mission took a turn into the truly bizarre and scientifically unexpected territory. Scientists discovered that at these depths, solid rock stopped behaving like a rigid, unyielding material. Under the crushing weight and intense heat, the stone became pliable, almost like a thick, flowing plastic. The crust was shifting and deforming in ways that completely shattered previous geological theories. Then, the researchers stumbled upon something even more shocking: pools of water trapped deep within the rock. This water had been isolated from the surface for billions of years, a literal time capsule from the past. Even more incredible, they identified microscopic fossils embedded in the rock at these extreme depths. These tiny life forms were found far deeper than anyone thought possible for biological survival. It suggested that life might thrive in environments we once dismissed as completely uninhabitable. It was a discovery that challenged the very definition of where life can exist on our planet. But while the science was groundbreaking, the public imagination took a much darker, wilder turn. Rumors began to circulate across the early internet, weaving a tale of terror surrounding the borehole. The legend claimed that scientists had lowered sensitive microphones into the dark, silent abyss. According to the myth, they recorded the chilling, unmistakable sounds of human screams from below. The story was sensationalized, with people calling the location the gateway to the sounds from hell. It became a viral sensation, fueling nightmares for people who did not know the truth. However, the entire story was a fabrication, a product of creative editing and internet folklore. The audio was later debunked, but the myth had already captured the world's collective fear. Millions believed the hoax, yet the real scientific reality was already terrifying enough on its own. Despite our modern advances, we are still effectively trapped on the surface of our own world. The Earth's core remains a distant, unreachable frontier, nearly 6,400 kilometers beneath our feet. At the center of the planet, temperatures are hotter than the surface of the burning Sunday. The pressure at those depths is so immense that no known material could survive the journey. Any probe or drill we sent down there would be crushed into dust in a matter of seconds. Back at the Kola site, the heat eventually became an impossible obstacle for the team to overcome. The constant mechanical failures made the project a logistical and financial nightmare to maintain. Costs continued to climb as the team struggled against the relentless heat of the deep crust. Finally, the decision was made to stop the drilling process once and for all. The massive, record-breaking borehole was sealed shut, leaving its secrets buried deep underground. In a sense, humanity simply had to admit defeat against the sheer power of the planet. But even though they stopped, the project changed the course of geological science forever. It proved that the interior of our world is far more complex than we ever dared to imagine. It revealed a humbling truth about our place in the universe and our own home planet. We have successfully mapped the stars and explored the vacuum of space. Yet, we remain ignorant of our depths. Humans have explored more of the outer solar system than we have of the deep Earth. The vast majority of the planet below us remains a total, impenetrable mystery to modern science. We are like travelers living on the roof of a house, knowing nothing of the rooms below. Every new discovery at the surface only highlights how much we have left to learn. Perhaps one day, future technology will allow us to peer deeper into the mantle and core. Until then, the Kola Superdeep Borehole stands as a monument to our curiosity and our limits. Subscribe for more science, mysteries, and deep dives into the unexplained wonders of our world. Stay curious, because the most terrifying and fascinating discoveries are often right beneath our feet.